On the surface, what Head had to say regarding the future of Angry Birds didn't mean too much, but he never specified which Angry Birds he was specifically referring to. Because on December 1st, 2010, Halloween would be relaunched as Angry Birds Seasons due to the season's Greetings update, implying that the app had become the new home of future seasonal Angry Birds episodes. There perhaps wasn't a better time to be an Angry Birds fan than the 2010 holiday season. The mobile sensation was on the rise, with fresh merchandise lines debuting momentarily, new content arriving regularly, and its first anniversary right around the corner. Classic had received its fair share of updates throughout the year and served a pivotal role in introducing users to the franchise. However, Rovio shifted its focus towards catering to their increasingly avid fan base. The spin-off title Angry Birds Halloween was a perfect example of this, and received overwhelmingly positive feedback from iOS users, which prompted Rovio to, well, do it again, this time with a Christmas theme. Rovio launched Angry Birds Seasons, a special edition holiday-themed spin-off of the original Angry Birds, on December 1st, 2010. Initially launched on the App Store as the aforementioned Angry Birds Halloween, the game was expanded with a brand new festive level pack called Seasons Greetings. This new version of Angry Birds had not only a total of 25 new levels for plentiful snowbound enjoyment, but the entirety of the Halloween expansion as well, which was finally available for Android users. That game is now under its own episode called Trick or Treat, which is pretty much exactly the same as the Halloween expansion before, but the Season's Greetings levels were rather unique. Unique in that not only did it have a few new blocks in the levels like snow and presents, but each level was only accessible on the corresponding day of the month. This was the first episode to feature the Advent Calendar format, with 25 levels unlocking over the course of a month, one day at a time, leading up to the finale on Christmas Day. The levels themselves proved to be a bit more of a challenge than previous episodes, especially with the new snow blocks, which tend to be pesky little buggers that made achieving total destruction quite difficult. Though like Trick or Treat, presents were scattered throughout worth 3,000 points, that again were often the key to achieving said 3 stars. Other additions include Santa pigs, a new level background, falling snow, and an all-new menu theme perfectly composed to exude both Angry Birds and holiday spirit. For Season's announcement, Rovio CEO Mike Eelhead claimed that, "We want to make it clear that Angry Birds really is the gift that keeps on giving. We hope that we can bring many delightful seasonal installments to our fans everywhere." Rovio even released a short movie to promote the update on their YouTube page, wishing fans a happy holidays. The dynamic 2010 duo of Trick or Treat and Seasons Greetings paved the way for future seasonal updates, including annual Halloween and Christmas-themed episodes, essentially becoming the start of the spiritual Angry Birds 2. Nearly a year would pass until Christmas-themed merchandise made its way to retailers, and of course Commonwealth Toys led the charge with their various holiday-oriented collectibles. Obviously, we saw Christmas stockings and ornaments, both ceramic and plush, though the star on top of the tree were the plush toys. Initial pre-orders were taken on ToyWiz.com in August of 2011 for 5-inch and later 8-inch sets, with shipments expected to arrive in October. This ended up being a month too soon, as the set would actually co-launch on Shop.Angry Birds in November. Just as how the classic set debuted for the holiday season in 2010, Angry Bird plushies once again were the hot commodity for 2011, this time with some fitting Santa hats. Commonwealth stuck to just the main 6 characters this time around, those being Red, Blue, Chuck, Bomb, Matilda, and Minion Pig. Though in hindsight, I believe this was a good decision, as other characters would have led to oversaturation. After all, these were just the originals but with a Santa hat accessory. A high quality accessory at that, though not exactly anything unique. They'd make up for this in other ways, however, by giving the set distinct side tags that mimic the Season's Greetings app icon. A welcome addition that pairs well with the Trick or Treat set. 8-inch retail variations received specialized box sets as well, adorned with small fluffs of snow and presents, tying into the game-accurate theming. The same design would carry over to the obscure retail display boxes, which you can barely make out in this image from a 7-Eleven in Singapore. I feel like I've seen one of these before, but this is currently the only documented image we have of it. Hold up, this is Postscript Maximus Overdrive here. Check out what I unearthed. There it is, in Commonwealth's old headquarters. It looks amazing. This single image took years to find. I cannot begin to express to you how many hours I spent on the hunt for it. I knew it existed thanks to that Singapore image, but outside of that, these things are non-existent. It's similar to the Trick or Treat box set with the Seasons logo up front, and level background printing wrapping around the box itself. Aside from that, there's a ton of interesting items in this image. One in particular might stand out hidden behind the iceberg. Alright, enough of my tangent, back to the regular video. Besides retailers, you'd also be able to find these in claw machines through Good Stuff, but unlike the classic set, you cannot acquire these in larger size variations. I presume this set was distributed by Good Stuff solely because their accessory was so simplistic, though that's just a theory of mine. Oddly, they retain the specialized side tags seen in their retail variations, unlike a certain other seasonal set. The sextant will remain available throughout the range's lifespan, but for 2012, significant revisions were made to tie into the latest season's holiday update, which at the time was Winter Wonderham. New side tags and boxes were released with Winter Wonderham theming, or Wreck the Halls. I'm not exactly sure which episode these are supposed to represent. The pig on the tag is the same sprite from the level select screen, yet the logo and background are from Wreck the Halls, but these were released in 2012. Oh, forget it. Wreck the Winter Wonderham Halls it is. These Wreck the Winter Wonderham Halls variations seem to be significantly less common than the original release, though the plushies themselves remained identical. That is, except for Blue and Chuck, who received their cross-eye designs for the revision. Based upon Toy Fair images, I assume these came to retailers in the generic light blue boxes, though this could be a placeholder. I've never actually seen these in retailers myself, though if I recollect, Kmart had them briefly. And by the way, Good Stuff versions were only released for the 2011 season, and did not return for 2012. So there you have it, a comprehensive overview of the Commonwealth Angry Birds Season's Greetings set, which later became the Wreck the Winter Wonderham Halls set, evidently. We might need a better name. This is probably the most iconic season set ever released, and I adore their simplicity because they look like you ripped them straight out of the game. Accuracy and quality is ultimately what these collectibles are about, and I believe Commonwealth did a nice job here. For those who believe they should be more unique, there's a winter attire set for you, the limited edition version of this set. This one definitely has a more straightforward history than other sets, though that's sort of a relief for me in some ways. If you have any comments, questions, or complaints, you can let me know in the comment section below. With that I say, peace out.